welcome back to 709 Meridian, an audio commentary podcast. We are your hosts, Dee and Andrew.
Hello.
And we're wrapping up our Fantastic Four season here in the good old 709 Meridian. We've just went through the 1994 iteration with Roger Corman. We did the 05 film, the 20th Century Fox owned Fantastic Four. And then we did the sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, which was, supposed to do such amazing things for the franchise, and it never did. So now we're back with 2017?
2015.
2015, wow. 2015's iteration of the Fantastic Four. This time around, we're mixing things up a little bit with the casting. And this was a reboot that was more based on the Ultimate Universe, I want to say.
We think. I mean, neither of us have read.
Yeah.
I think I read Did I even finish the first arc of Ultimate Fantastic Four? I believe I finished the first arc. I have no memory of it. I don't even know if they were Fantastic Four by the end of the first 6 issues. Yes, this is about interdimensional travel. It is, it is still one of the worst received comic book movies of all time in terms of critics, in terms of fans. So this has an 8%, I believe, on Rotten Tomatoes. And
Ouch.
They haven't even been, the fucking... Yeah, it has a 9% critics. It has a 18% people. And now let's see how the racists have been doing on fucking with the Marvels. So Marvels has an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes audience score. By the way, everyone, don't watch this fucking movie. Go watch the Marvels.
Go watch the Marvels.
Watch WandaVision, Miss Marvel, the Marvels. If you don't want, and Captain Marvel. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. You're good. Okay. But yes, so I mean, like, this hasn't even been saved and rediscovered because for all of his faults, writer, director, auteur, drunken New Orleans party boy Josh Trank is anti-racist. So it's not like he's going to make new friends. So in 2024. So yeah, it's there's going to be a wig. Now you haven't seen this. I watched this last night. There's a wig. It's so boring. It's so long. And yeah. So, and it reminds me of The Keep. And the end of it reminds me of The Keep to the point that I would promise to do Keep music over it. But I haven't been doing well on that, though I will blame y'all not getting the Baby Dark Side 3D thing on James Gunn being a PAB. Okay, so I mean, we don't know it wasn't him. Could have been him. Okay, sorry, folks. Behind the scenes. All right. So, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Constantine Films coming back at you. Brend Icklinger, executive producer. All right. Shit.
All right.
Starting in 4, 3, 2, 1, play. So now, this is actually fun because it's been a while since we've watched something super shitty and famously super shitty that Dee hasn't seen and that I watched the night before.
Oh, damn it.
So going into this, you need to keep in mind, this had the highest viewed trailer in Fox history.
Oh, you see what they did? With the Fox, they briefly did like X-Men and only they highlighted the F.
Nope. I missed it twice now.
Oh God, it's Independence Day credits. What the fuck?
Oh, I mean, it's because that's what they
What
still
the
had
fuck?
saved. They still had that saved on the computer. Um, this also is going to bring up a question. I didn't recognize the cameo person until I read who it was, in which case I did. But wait till you see who the teacher is.
Hmm. This guy?
Yeah, wait. Do you recognize him?
Wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is his last live action appearance to date. And I'm just
Really?
like, well, he fucking sucks. So, I mean, but
Well,
also he's a
that's
little
what
ass.
I was thinking of that too. Like him and somebody like, when the fuck has Harry Shearer actually been funny?
Harry Shearer's problem is that he like stopped being funny. Like he stopped even having the potential for it in like 2003.
I would say
Except
it was before that.
yeah, but I mean just even possible like he lost the potential like as a human being
Hmm.
whether he been funny lately. But no.
So he doesn't do it, you know, just
Oh
for the kids in
god.
the audience.
Wasn't he in no, he doesn't do a fucking thing. It's the stupidest stunt casting I've ever seen. But we are
Hmm.
getting to see why Ben Grimm and Reed Richards are friends here. So this could be
Oh.
your prologue to the any of the other movies. Actually, there's going to be another cameo here that I read about. Because I think we're going to find out who one of Josh Trank's New Orleans buddies was.
Hmm.
I'll point them out in a second. So this filmed in Louisiana on a tax credit. Originally, it was going to film in Vancouver, but they got more money in Louisiana.
Hmm.
Which, okay, who's that?
Um,
Okay, you can't
is that
tell.
that's not
Imagine him talking like Jimmy Cliff. It's Chet Hanks.
really
That is Chet Hanks,
Shed Hayes?
the most bewildering nepo baby of all time.
Hmm.
So he's been quiet. He's been quiet. It's been a while since he's dropped a track. It's been a while. Okay. But yes, this is all filmed in Louisiana, which is going to be fine because they're going to either be inside or on a CG backdrop.
Hmm.
So according to the rumors, the first time they thought about, or according to whatever, the trivia slash, whatever, Wikipedia page, the
Hmm.
first time they thought about rebooting this post Tim Story movies was 2009.
Hmm.
At one point, Adrian Brody's name was being kicked around for it. Um,
I can see
Adrian,
that.
yeah, Adrian Brody's name was also kicked around for the first Hulk,
Huh.
uh, for the Ed Norton Hulk, for the MCU Hulk, which is interesting given that, like, the way they actually got Ed Norton to do it was to let him fucking rewrite it. So that was
Hmm.
interesting.
Um, we also have to really point out a crucial thing here is that being released in what 2015,
Yep.
this Fantastic Four is the first one of the few superhero Marvel films released as the mainstream Marvel
Right.
universe is happening. Um, I think Venom had come out by then, right? Or
No, I don't think
Maybe
Venom.
this was before Venom.
No, Venom was 17, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Let's
this is
see.
before Venom, but this is in that weird
18.
period where Fox was still making theirs.
And there is some bit about how that is a cameo from comedian Tim Heidecker, who I guess some people
Tim
like
and
a
Eric.
lot. Whatever.
Yeah,
Is that who it is? Okay.
yeah.
I know his name because he's on that comics adaptations. Um, he's on What We Do in the Shadows, and I don't know why I'm supposed to know his name. Okay, so let's see if we can get a timeline going here. Cause, huh? Huh? Look, and they're really in New York City. Look.
Yeah, that end credits to Amazing Stories looking backdrop.
Okay, here we go. List of movies based on Marvel. So this was coming out simultaneous to. Okay, so this was after phase one. This was in between phase. This was same year as Avengers Age of Ultron.
Mm,
And so yeah, so the first trailer, like I said, was most viewed since whatever X-Men Days of Futures Past. And then the second trailer was also super well reviewed. And then at some point, it became obvious that it was not going to go well.
mm.
They are playing teenagers here. So we have not
Yeah,
learned the Tom Holland lessons yet.
this is a case of shitty casting, if anything, because it really would work better with Teller as Grim and Jamie Bell as a potential Reed Richards.
Oh, I mean,
I know
yeah,
they were,
it's.
I know they were trying to do something different, but
So now we're watching this laser show, and
and their teacher hasn't retired yet.
their teacher
He's
hasn't just not retired. They're not going to believe that this is real. They're going to get like in trouble.
uh,
Uh huh. So yeah, he just made like a quantum accelerator out of some batteries, and everybody's like, "You suck, kid." So that's interesting.
uh, is that little? No, wait, it can't
No.
be. Wait a minute. I forgot which Fantastic Four I was watching.
Yep.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yep. We do get. It is acknowledged how they um Kate Mara being the daughter. It's
Hmm.
not a
And
great scene. Um,
the late great Reg E. Cathy.
you've got to be fucking kidding me. I spent this whole movie going, God, he's not dead too, is he? He's
Oh
fucking
yeah,
dead. God
yeah.
damn it. Yeah, he has the most thankless part in this. And sometime in the second half, it's just gonna be like you're gonna feel so sad for him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Him and the other guy from Luke Cage, Cephas Jones.
Um
Now, see, Kate Mara, she's like Haley Bennett, where I think they're good actresses. I just wish they were more shit I want to see.
Right. Um,
Like I'm behind Kate Mara more than Rooney, to be honest with you.
well, at this point, I mean, well, yeah, because we watched Nightmare on Elm Street. Like,
Right.
I get. So, I mean, this is a good. So we
Ooh,
talked. Yeah, that's it. By the way, that was your Baxter Building shot.
it says Baxter on the
Yeah, it's even shittier than. I mean, it's far shittier than the last two movies, but it also is like giving the Corman a run for its money, just in bad.
well, in the last one they had what was kind of cool though is they at least put the thing on top of the building,
Yeah,
the
that's yeah.
four.
Don't get ready for that. Yeah, that's don't worry about that. So Jamie Bell's career has just been a series of
Yeah,
second,
because he was
third, fourth, and sixth chances that have yet to pay off in any way whatsoever.
right. Because he was supposed to be the guy. Like, really, have they done a movie yet with him and Tom Holland, his brothers? Because that should be inevitable.
Right. He
I keep
is.
forgetting that wasn't him in Cherry, or whatever movie it was.
You watched that? Holy shit.
I saw that shit, yeah.
I'm still waiting for Tom Holland to be in something else I want to see besides a Spider-Man movie. I'm still
Right,
waiting.
exactly. Because I just watched the first two. Or actually, I watched all three last week. I'm kind of coming around on him. He ain't my favorite, but
Telling you, that first one.
well, the first one is Michael Keaton's all over that,
Yeah.
and he deserved better.
So here we're getting this. So now that I know that it filmed entirely on location in um, New Orleans, it makes more sense. Like,
Mm.
of course, it's not futuristic. They're filming it in Louisiana. There's nothing futuristic looking in Louisiana. Like,
Well, shit, wasn't that where they made Cyborg, the Academy Award winning Van Damme classic? They made that
oh
down
damn,
south
was it?
somewhere.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So, this is so fucking painful. These two, like. She's gonna be so they're all gonna be geniuses in one way or another. So we are
uh,
gonna get that thing. I think it was Ebert that always talked about how like watching movies poorly convey genius on screen is frustrating. Maybe he didn't say that. I don't know. Maybe he did. But it's gonna be frustrating as fuck when we're watching her be a genius by typing fast.
oh. Okay, so we got what looks like real hair here.
Yes.
So,
Yes, so reshoots. So we'll just get that out of oh, Captain Nemo. So getting it out of the way real quick. When this came out and got terrible reviews and people were like, this is a complete and utter fucking disaster, the director said, well, the movie I turned into Fox last year was great. And so they fucked it up. And so the studio ordered reshoots
wow.
and they kicked Josh Trank out because he didn't have any ideas that they liked. Now, also, yes, that is, of course, Tim Blake Nelson.
Wow. So this is when he was like, I guess they're not calling me back because
this is possibly Tim Blake Nelson's worst performance I've ever like he's actually just here to like he chews gum in the second half just the whole time. It's like I love Tim Blake Nelson, but like
yeah.
even like this is yeah. We'll get there. It was very humid in New Orleans and everybody is feeling it. Okay, so this is Victor Von Doom. We will not discuss the last name at all
Oh
in this
man.
either. So
Yeesh.
basically, yeah.
Talk about
Okay. So yes, so Josh Trank said they fucked up my movie. It was great. A couple of years later, this guy said, "Well, that's true. He had a great fucking movie, and they didn't do anything with it." Um, but then in like 2020, Josh Trank
mm,
admitted he was just bullshitting, and there was no like great cut.
mm,
Um, which is like the total Paul W.S. Anderson move, like when people were complaining about the lack of continuity between how facehuggers worked and shit in
Alien.
Alien versus Predator 1. He was like, well, that was to make the PG-13 cut, actually, so it'll be on the DVD. And then somebody was bitching about one of the Resident Evil movies. And he's like, I'm going to have a director's cut of that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's fixed in the director's cut. And there wasn't even a director's cut of that one.
Mm.
So yeah, so it's just like this. It's nobody actually checks your homework, like, or nobody actually calls you on lying about you actually having a great director's cut. It turns out, if only we'd known that. Wait for this garbage shot. Speaking of Josh Trank, holy shit,
Jeez.
what's he looking at? Wait for it. Wait for it. What was he looking at? Isn't it going to be amazing? And no, so now apparently Josh Trank fought for Miles Teller, or maybe the
Oh,
studio fought for him. But I'm just kind
um,
of like,
yeah, I'm still yet to be convinced.
no, this is like fucking.
This is also a reshoot.
If this is a reshoot, then just wait till you see her wig at the end, because that's a
Oh wow.
totally
It
different
just
wig.
gets
Yeah,
worse.
yeah. Um.
Anytime you can't see her scalp.
Okay. Well, no, because by the end it's going to be just a different color of blonde between shots.
Yeah, it's like poofier than not poofy. See there, that's her real hair there.
But the
Okay, Toby Kebbell.
yeah,
What else was he in? Because that's a name that was thrown around for a minute, and then you didn't hear shit.
well, right, he was no doubt rumored to be James Bond.
Okay.
Um, hold on, let's see. Also, despite Reed and Kate Mara having a romance ish, but not really. Um,
Yeah, that's the wig right there.
yeah,
How
well,
stiff that shit is.
Reed will. Miles Teller is not going to like have any energy. Like Toby Kebbell's gonna walk all over him on every fucking scene. It's incredible. Okay, so Toby Kebbell is well, he ended up on streaming. He was in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so he was all right.
He was John Wilkes Booth in The Conspirator. Dude, how old is this fucking guy? Okay, so he was in Sorcerer's Apprentice and Prince of Persia.
Uh,
Oh shit, was he the lead in Control? No, he wasn't the lead in Control. Um, he played policeman in Match Point. I saw that. He was in the James McAvoy Macbeth, which I've never heard of, but it's like set in a restaurant. Anyway, so yeah, he was kicking around since 2005.
Mm.
Um, so he's 33. After this, he went on to do Ben-Hur. He was in, I'm sorry, he played Major Jack Chapman and Kong mocap services in Kong
Okay,
Skull
so
Island.
there you go. That's where I'm thinking.
Okay.
Is it a monkey?
Uh, he hasn't done anything for a while. Basically didn't work during the pandemic, it looks like.
Oh,
But he was on TV. He did 40 episodes of Servant, the Apple TV show that might have just ended. Yeah, so he was the top lead on that, along with another name from the past, Lauren Ambrose. Okay. Um,
wow.
Here is a very cheap um, Fast and the Furious thing.
Oh,
What's absolutely hilarious about this Michael B. Jordan performance is you can tell he's getting no direction. And
no.
this is why he's more like a movie star than he is an actor, right?
Yeah, because
Like,
the range is nowhere to be found.
yeah, has he even done a romantic comedy?
I want to say they tried, but I can't remember what. Like, they tried. I wanted to say he did one of those like Lorenz Tate type movies.
Yeah,
Or no, he was in one.
oh,
It
okay.
was like it was, I think it was him and Zac Efron
Okay. Yeah, I remember
and
that. Yeah, I
Imogen
remember
Poots.
that.
Imogen
Okay.
Poots was in that. I
That was
wanted to
really when
see
they
it.
were trying to make him happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to see it, but then I was like, eh.
I mean, it's very good that, well, because I feel like Black Panther Ryan Coogler gets him. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like Ryan Coogler understands how to use him, and that next one, the Vampire Twins one, looks like it's going to be fucking wild. Can't wait. But you're also I can't, this is very much his participation in this reminds of one of those movies from the 90s where you're like, wait, is that going to be a great actor or a great movie star someday? And it is. But like everybody, it's like he brings this weird professionalism to it that like nobody else can muster, which is
Right.
really weird.
He won't allow himself to kind of relax.
Right. He's not going to let himself it's just he doesn't trust Josh Trank, actually, is what it is. He's still going to work versus do what the other people are doing, which there's probably some unfortunate subtext to that he has to work when fucking Miles Teller just gets to fail upward and replace Army Hammer.
Yeah, because I
Okay, so these appear. Check the wig. Also, he looks a little older, so this might be reshoots because this never comes back. He just called Doctor Doom Adolf, never comes back.
uh,
Instead, Johnny's just gonna fucking hang out with Reed.
no, that's her hair.
Okay, so this was the original shoot, presumably. I don't know.
That part anyway.
So get ready for one of your montages.
His helmet, it has flames on it. Wow.
Well, yeah, man, he's fast and furious. The music is by Marco Beltrami and Philip Glass, and I'm fairly sure there is a reused theme in this to the point of it being like James Horner dropping fucking Khan
Oh,
in something.
oh.
Okay, so they're sciencing really hard and really fast right now.
You realize in either of the movies we watched previous that showed the origin,
Hmm.
they would already be on that damn rocket at this point.
Yeah, yeah, we are 27 minutes in at this point. Oh no, this basically ends with, you know, um, I guess they do sort of have a first adventure, but like, so also that's another thing is one of the things that was cut was Josh Trank said that he shot two giant action scenes they cut. That was also a lie. We
What would have been
never
interesting? Hmm?
we never get anything with the two of them.
Wow. Josh
Um,
Trank was thinking right. He could have did this in the style of Chronicle.
well, so supposedly that's what the studio's complaint about his cut was,
Mm.
is that it was like Chronicle 2.
Uh,
I haven't seen Chronicle, so
I just think part of what a Fantastic Four movie could have been is like for all the origin shit, you
mhm,
do it in handheld, like documentary style, and then
right,
you fall into it after, into the present day after all of that shit,
right.
as they're already celebrities.
Okay, here is the "you must be adopted" talk, which I thought they didn't do, but they did. And then he talks about, so then we have Reed saying, "No, I wish that I was adopted. So I don't actually know what it's like being a war baby from Kosovo." But also, why the fuck isn't she from Latveria?
Uh,
Like, why don't they fucking tie it in? Because they do nothing with that either, despite them like referencing that being where he's from.
mm-hmm.
Now, in
So
the original, sorry,
he's not any sort of, he holds no, he's not a diplomat or
he does not
somebody
in this
important
have
to,
diplomatic immunity.
right?
So, yeah, now
He's
he's
not
gonna
anybody
yell at
important.
Reed for flirting with her, but it turns out that they just finished. So none of this like matters. Like this whole like jealousy buildup, like all of this shit is
Yeah.
this was like okay, so the script that Fox bought from Jeremy Slater, who like references that he's known for writing this, but has like I think he had a couple things. Let's see. But he basically did a big Avengers style script that involved Galactus
Uh,
and oh god, this guy wrote Moon Knight. So no, I mean he sucks. So but it involved Galactus, it involved Doom becoming a herald of Galactus. It was a giant thing. And Fox was like, well, we're not paying for that. And so they brought in I can't what's his fuck Simon Kinberg's hack ass figures in somewhere, but also
Uh,
this was Josh Trank not being interested in doing superhero stuff. There's a shitty monkey, a CGI monkey. None of the
Caesar.
main cast will hang out with Caesar Jr. there. They have no interest in him. And I'm like, you don't want to hang out with a monkey? Like, what is wrong with you? This also is going to have just absolutely terrible, like, computer UI stuff. Like, when they're fucking around hitting buttons, it just looks like shit. Again, we have Michael B. Jordan going. I'm actually going to, movie star this. I don't think people appreciate what a fucking like Creed is an incredible success given what it is. Like,
Yeah, because it ain't much.
and it's like, yeah, to do that and to do it like on the level, it's kind of like, because it's fucking hard melodrama too. Like, that should be
Oh
like
God.
a
If it's any worse, it would be Tyler Perry level. Because
well, but that's what Rocky was though. So you had to do it.
yeah, yeah.
Rocky 2 was that. Rocky 5, for fuck's sake. Okay, so
Oh my
this
God.
must be the monkeys that they left out of like the commercials from the Planet of the Apes things.
Yeah, look at that. That looks like
All
phase two.
right, here we go. Coming back. Again, I'll point out that Dan Kinsella kissed and whatever Homer Simpson saw that and didn't think it was like incredible
Hmm.
to be watching something phasing in and out of reality, out of space time.
Wow.
Monkey's fine.
That unfinished fucking that Pixar from '84 looking.
Hmm.
Uh, he doesn't get it.
That never comes back.
Mm,
Like, also, you're telling me Ben Grimm doesn't fist bump in this universe?
right. Matter of fact,
As
where the fuck is he?
he's off screen. He got a text. You might have missed it. Uh,
Oh,
Reed sent him the picture. Oh, it's gonna get really stupid here. So they've just done a successful test. Their college professor told them that they were going to get to go to the other dimension first, but instead, Tim Blake Nelson's going to sell it to NASA. Also, 2015 US torturing terrorist jokes is like, I would have thought it was ballsy in 2005. They never would have done it. But like in 2015, it just seems like, dude, like The Simpsons has made that joke. Like, there's been a 2-season fucking TV show about this. Okay, so they're gonna get drunk.
uh,
They're gonna get drunk and they're gonna decide to go to the other dimension.
this feels like acting class 101,
Mm-hmm.
where you're kind of seeing all these characters go through the motions. Like I can't imagine anybody really sticking around this long. There's no excitement whatsoever.
Well,
I
I
don't know,
mean,
there's
it's
no
like,
enthusiasm towards any of this shit.
no.
You really would have to be a fucking diehard Fantastic Four fan to want to just sit through this shit because this is boring as hell.
Yep. You're only 35 minutes in. Okay, there's 65 minutes
Yeah.
left.
And each of the Marvel movies at this point has had at least one action sequence.
Well, there's that. So now, when they actually do like the horror thing, because there's like a horror vibe for a second in this, and they talk
Mm.
about the body horror stuff, but that's stupid because once we get to the CGI, like it's going to be really bad. But there is a moment, and we'll get to it with the like fucking interdimensional tear shit that's potentially solid and is why I will be doing the Tangerine Dream track to it. But that's not what the rest of the movie is. And so it's like none of the rest of the movie's building up to that. This is not like they were like, this is like David Cronenberg's The Fly. And it's like, no,
Mm.
it fucking isn't. Like, should it be? Is that what you thought you were doing? And is that what you actually did? Or
And aging them down and making them these super boring people
yep,
doesn't work either because
nope,
they don't have at all the enthusiasm of youth
nope,
that should go with aging
nope,
them down.
nope. Well, no, because they're all miserable. Like,
Yeah.
okay, so Miles Teller acting drunk. Um, Supposedly, I don't know, I didn't look into any of it, but there one of the trivia notes is Stanley declined a cameo in this film.
Oh, so this is one he didn't show up
Yeah,
in,
fuck
and he
no.
loves the Fantastic Four.
Well, no, at
Damn.
some point in this, I was just like, you know what? Like, this really is bad enough in all the right ways to make you really appreciate the Fantastic Four that
Mm.
isn't this. Okay, so now he's made a Hitler joke, now the Borat joke, but that never comes back because don't get attached to Doctor Doom, let's just say. All right,
They
now
had to have Batman music.
they're going to go and plant the flag, which seems like they cut a weirdly patriotic scene, but also it's Ben who's doing it. And so it's just like, this feels very much like the lesson that they learned from the last Fantastic Four adaptations was is they actually wanted less Ben Grimm.
Huh.
Now in the Ultimate Fantastic Four, apparently Ben Grimm marries Sue Storm. So like he's
Oh wow.
a yeah. Okay, so they call in Dad. Dad never shows up as far as we're gonna see. So in one version or another, he might have.
Oh.
Uh-huh. So
It's inner
then
space.
you wish it were. Oh man, Joe Dante. Joe Dante must have been rumored for Fantastic Four at some point. He would have done a good
Oh
one.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
He would have done
Like,
it. Like,
but that would have been that window between the 80s and whatever. Then, because remember they once they got the rights to that 90s one, they cuffed it, you know, till it was made. I think Joe Dante was on the list. Him and Chris Columbus.
so in what I can only assume it is an unofficial homage to the Tim Story ones, you're gonna see the shittiest mats or maybe not, because I don't like, of the movies, sci-fi movies that I've watched from 2015, they've all been like Marvel movies or something. So like they had real CGI. Like, so I don't know if this is what people were used to as far this fucking Lost in Space, the
Yeah,
Netflix version special
that's
effects here.
exactly what I was about to say.
I think those
Like
actually have
Lost in Space.
better special effects because they had that John Williams music going. Okay, so they get to Proto Universe Earth, which we're going to strip mine for resources to save our planet. No.
Oh,
All right, so they're going to go on an exploration mission here. Ben Grimm's going to have a completely different bit of personality that doesn't matter, just like his voice soon won't matter. But apparently, Jamie Bell did do motion capture, which is so stupid once you see the fucking movie.
yeah.
Well, I assume that some of their excuse for the motion capture is that it's like so the actor is there with everybody else or something, but like I don't know. We've also found out from all the reshoots that it doesn't fucking matter, so like so now Johnny's the cautious one in this circumstance. He's
Mm.
not going to go down and explore the green goop with everybody else.
I can't imagine an audience sitting through all of this
Why would you?
at
Especially
this
when
point.
you get to this. Hold on, wait for it. And it's just some fucking goop. It's like we're watching Creature from 1985 and shit, man. Like we're watching some fucking dirt cheap, but it's not dirt cheap. It's that bad intersection between like amusingly dirt cheap and just lacking in what's a technical competence. Like
Mm,
it's not an asylum movie because it's not that ambitious. Like
mm,
honestly, that's what they should have done
mm,
for the Fantastic Four reboot for Fox and for fucking everything actually that they wanted to keep the license on at this point, because this was a use it or lose it on the license. Like
mhm.
they had to like make one every 7 or 9 years or something, and so the clock was ticking on when it would revert to Marvel, which had already happened with Daredevil, and I don't know when did Daredevil start airing. Oh my God, that was 9 years ago. I feel old. April. So Daredevil had started by now, and we had seen sort of why wasn't Fox able to do Marvel Daredevil?
Mm.
Like, why weren't they ever able to fucking, like, it was not that complicated. It did not require fucking,
Well, didn't wasn't a lot of it Ben Affleck too?
well, they never did another one.
No.
And I mean, no, the problem with the 2003 one is that who directed it? It was the
Mark Steven Johnson.
yeah, that guy. Like that guy's not like a action movie director. Like no
Huh?
offense. Like
Wow.
okay, I told you she's really smart and really typing really fast.
Yeah, she's. Oh no.
Oh yes. They're all getting hit by the things
Okay,
that are
that
going
explains
to.
them.
Yep. Hold on. No, she just got zapped by the
Oh,
intergalactic thing. Yeah, they're
I
not
see.
even. Yeah. So there was the Baxter building. Oh, wow. They really didn't pay for that CGI for long, did they? So, what was that? That was about 11 minutes. I think I looked at the clock when you were saying, why would any. No, that was even. We. I looked at the clock when they stepped out on the fucking
Surface there.
whooshy surface. So we basically just spent 13 minutes in this sequence, right?
Hmm.
That dad got the call for at the beginning. Why aren't there any shots of dad?
At least
Okay.
on the way,
Mm-hmm.
or just getting there. What the?
Getting that Thanos snap and the pager going off or whatever. Okay, so now starts the quote unquote body horror section of the film here. So hey, isn't that the super distinctive voice of Billy Elliot's Jamie Bell, also known as Tintin and Guy Kid from King Kong? Why, yes, it is, except it's being run through a super duper cheap voice filter. So it doesn't matter who it is anymore. So dumb. Okay, they thought this fucking American Werewolf in Paris seat level CGI was gonna cut it. Like we were talking
No,
about how in
or like some.
2007
Hmm.
they had a budget for for like a 1994 CGI, and in this they basically have a budget for a 2007 CGI,
Hmm.
which is the Fox way.
Oh God, is that supposedly his temples? No.
No, uh, they don't do the temples, but Miles Teller's acting is going to take a significant drop, which is going to be delightful.
And also, again, he's another, like how they used to do Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker. He's smart because they just say he's intelligent. Because I don't get any vibe that he's a
No, because
genius
they don't
level.
actually show any of that stuff because there's no like they don't even do fake science with it, right? Like they're
I
not
mean,
even
because that's
willing.
yeah, because that's all Reed Richards knows. You know, they have to tell him to lighten up because he won't shut up about computations and shit.
Right. Like he's like a an extroverted nerd
Mhm.
and like and Sue just thinks it's cute and that's not going to happen in this because he doesn't have that in this. He just has like I'm victim number 3 in a slasher movie awkwardness thing. So, do I like the Human Torch effect. I mean, I don't think it's not like of all the like special effects, because the thing is not going to look good. Um, I feel like this kind of comes the closest to what
Mm.
if you wanted to do body, like it's all falling apart here because the photography's like, I don't know, it doesn't have enough personality. But the special
Mm.
effects, the design of Human Torch as a like I feel like maybe we are turning the valve on for in 1941 or whatever, right? Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Theo
that does look.
Morrow's turning on the valve and the androids experiencing the flames for the first time and shit. Like,
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
yeah. But then now we're back to Reed, who is going to shrink down. Um,
Oh, look
like
at that.
it's so bad. Like, what?
What makes it worse is his face. He's making
Yeah.
those
Like,
crazy ass facial expressions.
I think it's funny though, because Miles Teller probably, I mean, if he'd said no to this, his career would probably like be in better shape.
Uh,
He was one of those guys who really wanted to fucking, oh God, that's right. I
uh,
forgot he was in the Divergent series. I forgot that existed. Did they even finish those?
thought they had like a petition to do the last one or something. Or the last one was supposed to be a TV movie. uh,
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. No, Miles Teller after this did War Dogs. Todd Phillips, Jonah Hill epic.
oh, no. Uh, no, thank you.
Okay, so Reed goes for a run. Um, and now we're going to find out, though, that basically, well, we actually cut it because we don't get to see Tim Blake Nelson's great big plan, but he's got one. I also got to say, the doing this Panavision with like trying to do monsters in the dark and shit.
Uh,
I don't know. I feel like you'd want it tighter. But
overall, going dark with the Fantastic Four is just the wrong idea in any medium, I think. Period. It doesn't work. And if any time you would have had a actual size thing, it would probably be in this one. There's no reason why he should expand and get huge like that.
Yeah. Hmm. So now Tim Blake Nelson's never going to lose that gum. And he's turned the Baxter Foundation into OCP. And except somebody was like, hey, turning these are not good powers for mutant weapons of destruction. But hey, let's see what we can do with it. Supposedly they were going to cameo in Deadpool 2, and Simon Kinberg killed that.
And they wouldn't fit.
Because there was a sequel on the books. And even when it was clear they weren't going to be making a sequel to this, somebody was like, well, we're obviously going to make another Fantastic Four. This before the Disney bought Fox was like, we're obviously going to make another one to keep the license. Even if it's like not a sequel to, even if they reboot it again, they will fucking do something to keep it. Okay, so here, welcome to CGI headquarters, which will be our home for the last 40 minutes of the movie. Now we get all of our trailer shots with Human Torch. Also with Josh Trank's Vision. The original Vision. This whole movie would have been the first 15 minutes of his real version. Like he had a real movie planned after that. Um, Check me on Sue's flying bubble thing. I always think she gets a little too small, like the scales off at the end. Mm-hmm. So we're also now this is after um First Class, which is, where my demarcation line for expecting to see bit cameos in these movies. So we're after that by years, yet none of our supporting actors, like these are all your equity players of the greater Louisiana, area and shit. Like we do not get any cameos anymore. So they are rebuilding the interdimensional travel pod, this time with government money. And they have told that they have to. Here, look at this. It's like, no, not that shot. Maybe they fixed it. But
Oh god, look at that swim cap.
yep.
Oh,
So
so the other three were compliant. Reedless left.
yep, and never came back to save Ben.
Yeah, I can't even think of this Sue and Reed even getting together.
Nope. I don't think they have any. Do they have any real flirtation from now on? I don't think even when he gets back they really care. But no, now they need her for her brain. They need her to look at all the data. And so we have a different wig in this scene.
Mhm.
So we're in different layers of reshoots here. Like
Yeah, anytime it's a comb over and you can't see her ears.
now, Reed is building another tube, a single person tube, because he wants to go back
Yeah,
to the
Victor.
ultimate dimension. Well, and to get the cure for for Ben.
Mhm.
I'm just telling you that because the movie's not going to. That
But they
never comes
literally
in.
what?
Yep. So,
Hmm.
this idea of Reed Richards changing his face, I think comes from um Ultimate Fantastic Four,
Hmm.
but I don't know. They never really did it in the they never really plastic manned him like that
No,
in the
you could
comics.
just stretch.
Yeah.
He was more elongated, man, than
Yeah. Plastic
plastic,
Man.
man.
Okay, so yes, so if you read the computer screen, it says he's working on a single person pod, and that's why he's wearing his own containment suit and things. And he's been tracking Ben and things, which makes no sense because it means that Reed's a master hacker too. So this is just one of those universes where all you're just a genius generalist, which actually is kind of what Reed Richards was always supposed to be, but
Mm.
they don't really embrace it that much in this. See, single person shuttle, except now. Okay, remember when she was being super smart and typing really fast?
Mm.
Now she's being super smart and typing really slow. And his code name is Captain
Nemo.
Nemo, which is what she
Yeah.
called him. He's routing his emails through this relay. That's how you track people through their emails when they're off the grid down the
Well,
street from Ed Norton and Incredible Hulk.
right.
So now Reed's
Um,
working on his car,
the way
which,
computers and shit work in these movies.
yeah.
It's like, what
I
the fuck,
mean,
dude?
okay, so here now we have Reed using his powers to fight, which, I mean, might work with better direction, but here comes Ben. Now, um, this is some really bad CGI compositing, but Ben looks very much like Concrete, of course, the comic book uh, protagonist from I can't remember who did Concrete, but he was a Dark Horse,
Hmm.
and he
He also looks like Will Vinton's Claymation Christmas.
oh man. Thank goodness Jamie Bell has such a distinct voice when he does an American accent that they modulate. A line that makes no sense because what bullshit did Reed feed him other than I'll be back to save you? It's only been a fucking year, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, this is so not a Fantastic Four you want to root for.
nope. Okay, so here they are, totally not in Louisiana because it's snowing, obviously, and there are mountains, though that wouldn't stop um, Nicholas Hammond, Spider-Man, from using that as Louisiana,
Oh.
um, the mountains of New Jersey. So the thing that really bugs me about this is that Tim Blake Nelson at this point is like, okay, so based on her hair, maybe all of this is a reshoot because like Tim Blake Nelson is the worst second half heavy. Like this is where it's just gonna get like you're like nobody thought he was doing a good job here.
Wow.
Okay, so here's them having their reuniting.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a man. That thing is straight out of the 60s.
Also, apparently, you need to watch his facial hair.
Hmm. That
According to
looks
the,
so bad.
yeah.
Y'all could have got something more real looking than that. Fucking damn. She looks like she's in an episode of Bewitched.
Mhm.
There you go. They could have made a better Darren and Samantha than fucking.
Oh God, yes, yes. Well, see, I think that's my problem with Miles Teller is he doesn't have any like he's humorless,
Yeah,
and
he's
it's just like
he's kind of he does strike me as from the Sean Penn School of Acting.
without any energy though. So he's like a
Yeah.
fucking like who'll just give the like lowest energy performance.
No, Tim Blake Nelson. He's just he likes to check, so he's not even trying.
Oh no.
He's letting the
Yeah.
gum do.
He's literally letting the gum do the work. He was like, I'm gonna fucking show up, but I'm gonna just chew gum the whole time. And they were like, that's fine. Come on in. He's like, all right, it's gonna be my whole bit. I'm gonna like pensively think about blowing a bubble. Just wait for it. They're like, that's fine, Tim. That's fine.
Oh man.
Like, this is some Donald Pleasance type shit. Like, come on. I never wanted to see Tim Blake Nelson end up here.
Just for the check.
Just like, but not for like a swimming pool. Like,
Well,
Tim Blake
he's gotta.
Nelson got like a fucking iPhone with this check. Like, it's sad.
Nah.
Speaking of sad, no, did you see the fucking shit that came out about how much they make on Saturday Night Live?
Huh.
They make like 2 grand a week
Oh.
pre-tax living
Well,
in Manhattan.
well. Here's the thing, and there's where, you got to compare checks because some just get paid to perform, then some get. That's why they force most of them to write and
Yep,
perform. So
exactly.
and then there's somebody like Keenan who's been on there fucking 20 some years. You gotta gather he must be getting maybe one of the bigger checks of
Yeah.
all of them. So I don't think a lot of them live in the city. The ones that do, yeah, they gotta be, you know,
That's your rent. That's it. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
There's the chick who does the impressions, she's all over the place now. So she's getting money elsewhere.
Okay, so we're sending in an elite team that we didn't meet. We didn't see them get geared up. They're in
Oh, the
it.
red shirts.
The red shirts are less in this than no, that would have been funny if they'd been red shirts. But they're less in this than the guys in Close Encounters were when they were going off into the spaceship. All right, there we go. We got some gum going. They figured out the videos, and now they're going to presumably the same location in the underworld or underverse. You're the smartest man on the face of the planet, and you can't talk about how the landscape's different.
Oh, is Doom gonna come out and
Yep.
that's Victor?
Okay, but remember, this is also PG-13. So we're not about to get From Beyond or something, right? Like, we're not going to get The Keep.
Yeah,
Just
they
the
always want to
fucking.
push Doom as the fifth Beatle. Oh, they stuck her with Barbie hair.
Yep.
The fuck?
They turned Margot Robbie down for this job.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, let's be honest. She would have stuck out because she would have looked older than the rest of them.
2016, she might have been about the same age as them. They were pretty fucking
They
old.
they're youngish looking.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
is true.
they could still pass for 20 something. Margot Robbie really looked a solid 29, 30.
All right. So here we get. Oh, okay. Oh, you see it? It started turning. It started lighting up. Okay, that's okay because we're just gonna do it now.
Oh, he's old Chief Woodenhead from Creepshow 2.
Yep. So we're also gonna do this with like some really weird lighting choices because we're bright on Victor and he's got lights on him, but they're not doing anything interesting. And then we got everybody with their lights and their helmets. It was good. We watched the Blob '88. That's a good movie. This isn't, but that was. So his
Hmm.
lips never move. There aren't
Oh,
lips. They
we're gonna
look
get
like lips, but they're not lips.
Spider-Man '02. Oh,
Yep.
it's the end of Blade Trinity.
Mm. So like,
Wow. He's a Buck Rogers villain. What the
yep.
fuck? Oh, oh,
Hmm.
there he goes. Oof.
But it's
Oh,
just kind of like it would have been cooler if he'd like blown up with energy and shit. Like,
mm, he had a green glow or whatever.
yeah, but I'm like, that would have kept a PG-13, but it also would have cost $7 more. So they said, no, we'll take the blood splatter pack from Resident Evil.
Oh man, this
Hmm.
in an actual horror movie, this would probably be kind of cool.
Right. Hence why we're gonna try the keep music on it, but
uh,
no.
oh,
Yep.
heard
But
it through the grapevine.
oh. But since we've never like hung out in this military installation, we don't know. Dude,
Mm.
isn't that just one of the Batman voices from a video game? Um, we don't know if Reed was running away. We have no
Mm,
sense of that. Like, he has no character.
no,
Like, damn, Johnny, what the fuck?
right.
You stole my teddy bear!
They don't think I didn't miss how half of Johnny's chest thing looks kind of like the Superman symbol. We know what y'all was trying to do. We knew you. They knew people were gonna have their internet graphic artists do renders of Michael B. Jordan as Superman, Black Superman.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
is
so yeah,
this the
but
Kylo Ren moment?
here's your Kylo Ren moment.
Whoa!
What's
Oh man.
unclear is if Franklin hadn't stopped him, would he have
Mm.
decided because he's going to destroy the universe now or something? We have 18 minutes left, folks.
Oh, brother.
Okay. It's only the two of them with
Mm.
uh, Franklin. So it's like for the sequels, we don't have the built-in, shared trauma. It wasn't like that's how he's not Coulson, in other words.
Mm.
Right.
What the what?
Yeah, it's gonna create he left the door open, he left the pot
Oh.
on, and he's gonna suck the earth through a hole and use it to energize his planet.
Oh man, really?
Yep.
Another light in the fucking sky.
Yep. Hold
God
on.
damn
Hold
it.
on. Wait for it. It opens up over the base, and
Oh.
it's gonna fucking eat up some of Louisiana. Miles Teller's hair was very different in that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're getting sucked into the other dimension with everything else, except she's got him in a bubble, and Johnny's fine. Because for some reason, even though Johnny apparently can, survive the vacuum of intergalactic space, we didn't think that was interesting enough for the science recap because we didn't actually do a science recap. Okay. See, they are working together.
Uh,
And here we are back in a completely CGI backdrop. And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
mm-hmm,
Just go. Just get them.
no, it's going to take them 14 minutes. We got to see how
Uh,
long these credits are.
yeah, they could have gave him some pants. I mean, what was the purpose of them not giving him pants?
So there we go. It's eating up CGI countryside number 2.
Oh no, my Jeep.
What?
This was your plan, Victor? Really?
Yep.
Another light in the fucking sky.
And you're telling me Paramount couldn't have fucking given Shatner $1 million to do Star Trek 5 before he died? You pricks. Okay.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, and so since we never saw Reed mastering his powers, like there's no like personal stakes here. Oh, there's another wig
Mm-hmm.
for you. Okay, so now time this as he contracts it. He's contracting the air on Sue. Ben's whining again. Johnny wasn't whining, I'm just saying. Okay, and now let's see. She's about to get squishies. And the squish is on. Let's time how long it takes Reed to man up. Because that's what you do in the Fantastic Four is you get your stretch on. So we're to assume that Doctor Doom, who has the power to like, implode people, didn't.
Yeah, he just toys around with them.
Yeah.
He does this Zappa shit, this
Okay.
final boss shit. It gives him a chance to kill him.
Okay. So she's just fine. There's nothing. There's
No, no.
no
I gotta get my breath.
Johnny, at least. Then he leaves. Concrete's okay. Orange Crete's okay.
Oh god.
Yep. We're stronger together, except I don't say that. Even though that's just what dude died saying. Gee, I wonder how Miles Teller is in Top Gun 2.
It was cheap. He wasn't at the point where he could demand anything. Mm.
Come on, they're gonna work together.
Yeah, this is the video game where you have to switch characters to hit them 4 times.
All they do with fucking Reed is he punches people and shit.
Yeah,
It's
you just
so weird. Uh-oh, wait a second.
oh what?
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah. This is the quickening. Oh, good thing Johnny's able to fucking hyper speed through rock outcroppings without it having any negative effect. Okay. So now he's getting eaten up. He got Thanos.
oh boy.
Oh yeah.
How about shutting down the thing?
Yeah, it's okay. It's shutting down now. See? It just
Oh,
yeah. Yep, see? There we go.
the Fantastic Four. Oh, that was cheesy as fuck. No, that our home is a crater now. Okay.
Mhm. My God, there's so much longer. The president's
Yeah.
not worth meeting. Didn't think it was worth meeting you.
So, like Chewie not getting his medallion, Ben
Yep.
doesn't get a chair.
Nope. So now they're going to dictate to the government. Here we go, the fucking New Orleans dinner theater ensemble there. Okay, here they are in place X, Y, or Z with cameo from absolutely no one.
Wait, Sue can do that?
Yeah, I mean, sure, they need to be able to get around. So,
I mean, because you know, in the other movie, that type of energy could have gave her a nosebleed.
exactly. Now, Central City is actually what they call it in the comic, apparently.
Hmm.
The first issue or something. It just happens to be exactly the same thing as at the end of Captain America Civil War. That hadn't happened yet, though. So wait, did Civil War rip this? Or no, that was at the end of Avengers 2, Avengers Ultron, which had come out months before this, which makes me wonder, did they fucking film this?
Oh, at the
Yes, they
same place.
did, dude. No, look at Johnny. Johnny did not have a fucking mustache 3 scenes ago.
No, he was clean faced.
Okay, so here's the naming. Ooh.
Oh,
So Johnny teasing the thing after the thing has spent a year as a like murderous mercenary is a little bit different vibes.
right.
It's
It
fantastic.
doesn't click quite like the already sort of, you know, what we're used to between Johnny and Ben
Okay, there it is.
and Four Stick. Independence Day.
Yep, Independence Day 4. Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Whoa.
assuming we had so much more time left. There's 6 minutes left because the credits are gonna fucking go forever, apparently.
Hutch Parker. I
Yeah.
wonder if is that up the Academy's Hutch Parker?
Oh, I thought Hutch Parker was the guy who worked with Hugh Jackman at the beginning.
Hmm. He's also apparently Parker Stevenson's brother. If it's the same one I'm thinking of.
I think. Oh, that's Amazon. Why would I want to read your biography at Amazon.com? Yes, I believe it is.
Wow.
Biography, producer, family, Parker Stevenson, sibling.
Ah, see.
Yeah. President of production at 20th Century Fox, younger brother of Parker Stevenson. That's fucking wild. He just looks really old. Oh, wait, he's the reason that we had oh no, wait, hold on. Yeah, I think he's one of the reasons we've had all those Andrew Jarecki movies. The capturing the Friedman's problematic guy. Hold on. What is this the dude who worked with
God, this music is killer. Ugh.
well, don't worry, I'm downloading the soundtrack as we speak. Look you up. Hey, at least it has stunts. It's not like it was directed by what's that guy's
Terry
fucking name?
Notary movement. Huh.
Uh, John Landis. Can't get any stunt guys. Brian Hitch, consultant. No, Hutch Parker's not who I'm thinking of. Whoever I'm thinking of, but yes, he is a guy who produced all the X-Men movies after a certain point. So he's probably the reason that he's the reason there were so many X-Men movies in the teens. Like they actually did release a lot of fucking X-Men movies in the teens. So yeah. uh, let's not watch anything like that for a while again.
Yeah, that was just. Mhm. I'm not even a Fantastic Four fan, and that was just
It makes
insulting.
you appreciate the Fantastic Four. Like I said, you're just like, you know what? I'd like a good Fantastic Four movie now.
Well, the previous ones, when you don't think about them too much, they're just harmless.
Yeah,
They're really just time wasters.
yeah.
There's nothing. They get the job done. They know the assignment.
The
This was just
second
trying to
one
be
in
something else.
particular, yeah. This was trying, yeah, and it's just like none of it paid off. And even the X-Men movies, well, no, those got really fucking terrible too. Remember? When the young kids took over?
Right.
Yeah, those were pretty fucking bad. Never mind.
Wait, the first class ones?
When those
Or,
kids, the Jennifer Lawrence ones, when they'd taken over
yeah, first class.
completely. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like Apocalypse was really bad. And then what was the one after that?
They did Days of Future. No, Days of Future, I think, was before
That
Apocalypse,
was
maybe.
before Apocalypse. Dark Phoenix, I still haven't seen. But wasn't there
Oh,
another one in there? I swear there was another one in there. And
no,
then
because
New
Apocalypse was right
Mutants.
before Dark Phoenix, I think.
Wasn't these credits are still going, everyone. That's why we're not wrapping up yet. Because these fucking credits are still going.
With
Okay.
that weird theme music from a weekend Canadian produced action series.
Okay. 2016, Deadpool X-Men Apocalypse. 2017, Logan. 2019, Dark Phoenix. You are correct. 2020, New Mutants. And that was it. So, what was the first? X-Men First Class was 2011. Days of Futures Past. Oh, so the kids only got two movies,
Yeah, they
really.
only got
Okay.
two after because what's it
Okay.
called? Days of Future Past was that was to wrap up
Yeah.
the first run, Hugh Jackman's run,
Yeah.
because that was supposedly his last movie as Wolverine or some
Of
shit.
course it was. Of course it was his last movie as Wolverine. Uh soundtrack available on Sony Classical. Baton Rouge Film Commission. So it wasn't even the
Quebec,
New Orleans Repertory Theater. It was the
Quebec Production Services and Craft.
Baton Rouge ones. The Fantastic Four will return. And so,
Oh,
yes, they canceled um, the sequel that was like scheduled for 2019 or something. And that was it. And then they got bought by Disney, and we never have to do that again. We're gonna not. I don't know. I mean, someday. Hope. I mean, this is what happens if you don't let Disney just make the fucking Marvel movies, folks.
yeah.
Like they're that bad. They don't need to be that bad. Like I don't like plenty of the fucking Marvel movies, right? But like I do like some of them, and the ones that are bad are really only just Thor or Doctor Strange bad. Like The bottom is a lot higher than this, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Not so with DC, of course, but
Oh, they
yeah.
they dropped the ball completely. Anyways, they weren't. I don't think they cared after a while.
Nah.
Oh,
So yeah, so we won't be back next time with the X-Men movies.
hell to the no.
We'll be back next time with something else though.
Yeah, we're gonna conjure up. Maybe since it's the Yuletide season,
Oh damn, do you wanna?
we could
Ooh,
do something Christmassy.
okay. I'm down for
Maybe.
that. All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll have to mix it up. I'm down for that though.
It's not gonna be Die Hard though.
No, we're not doing, I mean, do
Lethal
we could
Weapon maybe, but not Die
we could do
Hard.
oh I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna not do. I'm not gonna if you want to do Lethal Weapon 1, but I'm gonna say the thing. Okay, I'm gonna say the things. I will do it. I'm down for that. Like, but we could also do something like a mix of like Silent Night, Deadly Night, and some other
Oh,
bullshit. Maybe something like some TV movies. Maybe
I
not.
wouldn't
We don't
mind. I
know.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Silent Night, Deadly Night, but that scene, though, man, it's not easy to get through.
I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah, that's one you might want to preview first.
Yeah. So I've never
There's a
seen
scene.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
The scene that sets it all up is just kind of rough to get through because I don't like
Oh
watching,
shit. Okay.
certain shit on. I mean, I can handle a lot of shit, but then there's just certain shit.
We could do
Yeah,
Black Christmas.
probably. But then if we do that, we'd have to do them all.
How many? There are three of them, right?
There's like four, I think, at this point. There's 70s. Well, no, it might just be three.
Yeah. We got 70s, 2006,
And then the
2019.
most recent one, yeah.
The Bloomhouse one. Though I'd
Which
actually heard good things about it. So,
it's a little different from the other two.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It
maybe.
was
We'll
Imogen
see.
Poot.
I don't know
She
that
was
I've
finally
ever
in something I wanted to see.
I've ever
So,
seen her in anything. Let me see. 28 weeks later. Okay, don't remember.
yeah, she's not in a lot that,
Yep.
but
She's on that
whenever I
Outer
see her in
Range
something,
show that I feel like maybe I should watch.
hmm.
Um, Josh Brolin's a rancher in space or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh.
So yeah, maybe something else we shall see.
Well, yeah. And what's more fun than opening a present on Christmas and
Hmm.
not knowing what to get or not knowing what
Exactly.
to.
Not knowing what's gonna be in there. It's a head in a box. All right.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Okay, so the last thing, they're releasing like a box edition of Seven with in HD or something,
Hmm,
UHD, and it's gonna have a overpriced collector's edition.
hmm.
There's nothing in the box though. Like, I'm sorry, if you're gonna do that, you need to do that. Like,
Yeah, it should be a.
you know,
Everybody should get a severed
uh,
Gwyneth Paltrow head
a
in the
severed
box.
Gwyneth Paltrow head. You telling me she's not willing to sell that? I bet she is. I bet Gwyneth Paltrow's got a price for that, and I bet it's not that expensive.
Mm-mm.
Uh, all right, folks. We'll be back. Don't watch Fantastic Four 2015.
Yeah, that one was garbage. It was really bad. uh, Thankfully, I got the one watch out of it that I'll ever have.
Exactly. You never have to see it again.
Yeah,
And you didn't
it-
even,
yeah. That was yeah.
yeah, that's
I
that's the
didn't
best way
pre-watch
to
or
watch
anything.
that shit. Yeah. As
Never even.
distractedly as
Yeah, just get it in and out. Whew. Alrighty. Well, that'll wrap up this edition of the shoe. Uh, Come back for what we have cooked up next week.